Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right phase, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know it, dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with how it plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Eric and Josh on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like it, be feeling it. Picking the players, they all never time you can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch, no toast allowed, just post a list. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose, or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, it's another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big, don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go, we about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. We about to go big. We about to go big. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks.
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? Welcome back to Just Cash.
What's up, bro?
Hey.
Sorry, I ran in the other room and fucked up the beginning.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You ready?
I'm ready now. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right, sweet, sweet. All right, y'all. We are back breaking down this 2 games for our ladies here. The final 4 teams going to be duking it out for getting into the finals. So super excited about this. And as always, joined by Underrated. What's going on, man? How are you?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Had to run to the other room. It's hot over here. I had to go take off this fucking sleeve t-shirt and go put a jersey on so I can be all, comfortable and fucking ready to win some more money, man. My accounts are
100%.
like, what are you doing, bro? I'm getting worried I'm about to get limited. I'm doing too good. Good thing I'm not betting too much.
Live betting has definitely been really nice. It's been something special, and we're hopefully going to continue that. We got a couple more slates ahead, so a few more opportunities here, and thankfully the books have been cooperative and actually putting stuff out here for us to actually bet on. So love to see it. And well, I guess before we get into it, if you guys could do us a huge favor, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. As always, we've been continuing to grow here. We appreciate you guys hanging out. I know it's been some weird stuff. We'll talk about, recap a few things here, but we are officially 1 week out back, getting ready for WNBA. So the real stuff right around the corner again. So just hang tight, and we'll be back to business as usual.
I love that sound.
Where you can find all these second half bets, though, is the bigger question, and that's going to be in that link down below. Make sure to check out our Patreon or our Discord. Links through the Patreon services down there for you guys. Still running that 7-day free trial, so no commitment. Just hop in there for 7 days. If you love it, make sure hang out, stay with the fam, and if not, no biggie, no mess, no fuss. So we appreciate you guys nonetheless. And if you are ready, sir, I guess we'll go ahead and hop into it.
I am ready, kind sir. I am ready. We have only a few games left, and then we're getting on to WNBA, so let's make the best of it. I feel like we have made the best of it, and I feel like we did hit a nice place yesterday where we kind of put it in perspective of what we've been dealing with here. And so it makes everything feel a lot better, and it is what it is.
Yeah, so let's go ahead, address the maybe elephant in the room about that. It's just, this is the Olympics. I mean, it's truly the Wild West sometimes. Let's recap for Breanna Stewart the other day. She could not have been in a better position to get us there if we prayed and willed it to happen. I mean, literally semi-close game, has 13 points of the 17 and a half that we need going into half. And then the entire second half, 0 field goal attempts, 3 rebounds, plays 5 minutes, never comes back. And that is the Russian roulette that we have called Team USA. We do this all the time, and you saw it today. So we saw the reverse of this today. I know you guys sweating that USA men's game. Oh my goodness. Terrible performance by us.
That was fun.
There.
But then they came back and won, though. That was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, thank goodness Chef Curry and LeBron, they came out and really put the team on their backs. So had that not happened, we were looking at a huge upset there. And but just for reference, let's say LeBron stats. It's comical to even see it after the fact. So touch on another one here. LeBron's RA, that 12.5 RA that we were on cruise control going into halftime. The game before that, picks up a minor injury, sits out the rest of the game. He gets 2 RA the entire second half, doesn't play minutes. So stuff like this just happens all the time, and the ripple effect of it could be really huge. We again saw it today. Joel Embiid. Pathetic first quarter run. Pathetic. Let's be honest about that. He looked completely lost on offense. 0 of 2 and 0 stats. I mean, to the bench. Okay, we got through that. And then AD comes in. Looks like this is his first professional game. Plays the worst game ever, and then fouls Joker twice on top of that. Okay, so you're gone. You already pissed Steve Kerr off. You're gone right now. And then Bam comes in, also looking like this is his first game ever, and plays completely awful. And then they're just getting cooked on offense or on defense the entire time. So, of course, by default, that game, it's going to put Embiid right back into the driving seat. And he came out and he did his thing. And it was like, okay, it's either Embiid or we're going to lose here. We're struggling with the starting 5, with the bench unit completely non-existent. And unfortunate game flow like that, it didn't fall in our favor. But we did see the line movement. Embiid did bump all the way down to 8-5 on some sites, so we at least got value for that, even if it was the unfortunate play that missed. But sometimes like that, it happened. So we just roll with the best of it and try to make the best plays that we can with the given information we can. And we only do this every once in 4 years too. So this is not a consistent thing whatsoever.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We didn't hit that particular play. It is what it is, but man, that was an entertaining game to me. I was sitting there at the edge of my seat that whole second half, like, this is so fun. And I was saying it yesterday in the stream. I was saying, I can't wait to see when they're in a real game, when they actually have to do what it takes to win. What are they going to look like, and who are they going to play, and how is it going to be? And it kind of came out how we thought. I mean, LeBron's still we might not say he's the best ever or whatever, or he's not even the best right now because he's 58 years old or whatever he is. But, bro, he's sitting there getting interviewed at the end of the game with a triple-double in the Olympics at his age as the number one go-to guy. If LeBron wasn't in that game, they're not winning that game. And he's 100 years old. Like, I got to give him more credit than I ever have today. I know he's not the best shooter of all time, but I mean, overall, I know people laughed at me in the Discord, but I if anyone ever asked me, I have 1A and 1B as the best players of all time. Sorry. I can't take that away, what I saw today. And we've seen him do it in a million times. But in the Olympics, when all the best players in the whole entire world are sitting there on your team and they look at you like, all right, guide us, buddy. That's crazy. That was awesome. Yeah. That was awesome. I gotta give it to him, bro. I have to.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna earn this gold medal this year. I mean, for sure. If there's anybody deserving of it, I know Curry was pretty quiet the first couple of games, but he's really made his mark on the last 2 today, undeniably. But LeBron, LeBron, he's been very consistent for this team, so you gotta love to see it. And thank goodness they pulled out that dub, because I got a little too sweaty there.
That was so fun. That was so fun. Oh man, that was a good game. Serbia was talking shit too in the late third quarter, early fourth. They thought they had it. America,
Yep.
America.
That's right. The stage was set for the comeback. We knew it was all on the line right there, and no way it was going to happen.
America.
All right, man. Let's hop into it. I guess. I mean, again, we only have 2 games to cover for this. So, yeah. First up, I mean, Australia and the United States. I mean, I think the women's undeniably playing really, really solid basketball. We've always seen this, or we've seen this for the last several years in a row. The women's team, very dominant. I mean, I think we're the clear-cut favorites to just win from here on out. But Australia, I got to give them credit. They've definitely pulled their weight. And even though they had that first round upset to Nigeria, they've looked really solid in the last couple of games. And I mean, just name value alone, like Australia is chocked full of talented players. So the couple things we'll talk about for that game individually, players' minutes, and kind of seeing some shifting between ball handling and scoring too. But as far as the U.S. game, we've seen pretty much the same script every single time. We just go with the bigs down low, and we did see a bit of a surprise this last game with Jackie Young starting over Taurasi finally.
Finally.
Finally, because I mean, Taurasi's literally just out there doing absolutely nothing. So, I would say, honestly, arguably the next person would be Chelsea Gray, but it seems like, at least right now, the United States is totally fine with the firepower that we do have on the court, and at least it just leaves that primary ball handling duties to mostly her and Jackie. So, and I mean, we already have the fact, the pick and roll with her and Asia is really solid. So that rapport, I guess, is what's leaving her out on the court with starting 5. But I mean, dude, she's averaging like 0 points a game, minimal minutes. I mean, terrible defense.
Isn't it funny that the Aces got 3 starters in the Olympics now? That's crazy. And then, because I was thinking maybe they'd start old Plum because she's just more, people like her more. She's more famous than Jackie Young. But I'm happy for Jackie. She got the start. Jackie's better on D, I guess. Probably better as a team player. But I like Jackie starting.
Yeah, I think Jackie definitely gels way better with the starting 5, and the kind of assumed role that Plum's taking on anyways, because she's not scoring the ball. I mean, it's super streaky, like extremely streaky 3-ball, and some kind of playmaking. So, I mean, I think her and Taurasi coming in together, kind of makes sense for the point guard, shooting guard, set up there for the second unit. But, I mean, both of them really not playing that many minutes, and I think this is USA just trying to get a little bit more serious about the team now. I mean, granted, I don't think this round necessarily is quite a threat, but it does I think it does bode well that USA is being more aware of, like, obviously you have 2 of the starting 5 that are contributing nothing. So how long can we keep getting away with this? And, we could see even Taurasi come back to the starting 5, and that would be something. But I think at least for this next game, we could probably see Jackie get the reins again.
I think so. But I will say, when we were talking about her, how you have it actually above your head there at the 9.5 points, I feel good enough to put a little on it. But then when the starting lineup comes out and you see she's in, you could put a little more on it, I'd say too.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last thing you want is her to not start, right? And then you'd be like, oh man, that would be tragic.
Right. Because, I mean, there was a lot of backlash from Taurasi, or about Taurasi for whatever reason that game before. And so, that could have been a 1-game punishment thing. And, we could get got on that if Jackie doesn't start. But, maybe put a little something down on this 9.5 or the 10 if you have to do it on the other sides. And then once you get the confirmation, then you can be like, all right, I'll pair that up with something else.
Yeah, because Chelsea Gray's not really going to score, and they're going to, obviously, Asia and Stewie. And then, Jackie will put up some shots if she's in there for 20 minutes. I feel like she can get 10 points.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, we're just kind of hoping Australia keeps it close enough that they run the starters. But if USA gets up pretty big, I mean, they're definitely going to rest people for the finals game.
Mm-hmm. It'd be fun.
Something to keep in mind.
Yeah, it'd be funny if they came out Serbia style and just made them play like the U.S. today. That'd be fun. I realize it's the morning game tomorrow, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna be half asleep watching it. Oh well.
Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate, but I mean, it's gonna be a really good game, I think, and I'm hoping, I think Australia, the best strategy they have is to try and limit the scoring on the inside. So Asia, try to contain her, and then do their best to keep Stewie in check. But they're going to have to shoot a lot of threes. I mean, let's be real about this. Australia knows they're going to be playing from behind. They're not going to go toe-to-toe inside the paint. There's no way they're going to beat us at that. So I think we could see shooters from the perimeter again, like Sammy and a couple of these other guards. Maybe have to put in a little bit of extra work here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, I mean, USA to win. This is actually, I think, it was super generous. I know it's only 1,800, but excuse me. This is a really solid parlay piece. You could totally game stack Jackie with that if you have it on a couple different books.
Bless you.
Oh man, sorry, I got the. We're getting some crazy weather here in Colorado. This rain back and forth has been wild.
Rain in the summertime.
Oh yeah. Oh, and one fun thing as well. So if you guys also have DraftKings, they've been offering these alternate lines and stuff too, which have been amazing to build little parlays with. So we could even get Jackie here for 6 or more points. You could throw that in the old same game parlay. Let's see what we get with that.
If she starts, yeah.
I mean, even if coming off the bench, honestly.
That's true. I would want her to start, though, to be, feel extra confident.
Oh, what? They won't? Oh, I was like, wait, what? They won't let us parlay that? But, yeah, minus 570 something. That's not that bad. You could definitely find a couple of interesting lines, I think, for this game in particular. I mean, they have the spread here. You can take this all the way down to 7.5 at minus 425. That's totally doable. I don't mind that at all. That's a nice parlay piece. Okay. Yeah, so just individual stuff from this game, mostly interest here, and then a little bit of the old Jackie.
Old Jackie Poo.
So for the second game, I think this one, true pick'em. I know France is the favorite, but I don't know. I got the sneaky and deep down in my gut feeling that Belgium pulls off the upset here. Belgium got extremely lucky to get into the next round, and I think that was like the pendulum swinging right there. That was a big momentum shift for them, because this team is actually really good. Like, let's be honest. I mean, they gave USA a run for their money and made us fight till the end for it. I mean, all the teams have really played up to them, and they just look like a really good team. I'm surprised they're this heavily underdogs right now, +5. I bet there's a first half prop that's decent.
Big France, and the women's and the men's. Big France has been surprising people every which way.
It's not even, and I gotta say it. I'm gonna say it. I said it after last game. It's not even that France is playing well. It's somehow their opponents are just playing awful, or they just stop playing. Another stinger we saw today. Franz Wagner, 7 points in the first quarter, in the first 5 minutes of the game, and then doesn't score until the final 3 plays of the entire game. This bro went like 20, almost 30 straight, like 35 straight minutes of game time without scoring. That was the most impressive effort to not score the ball I've ever seen in my life.
I seen you on Twitter. Someone was like, he hit the 3. You were like, finally scored. He hasn't scored in like 3 quarters. or something like that. I was like, he's over there talking shit. That's funny.
Just insane. I mean, and just weird stuff like that. Obviously they're just totally unpredictable, but yeah, weirdness. But yeah, back to Belgium here. I could totally see Belgium pulling off a little bit of an upset. I like this first half plus 2.5. I could totally see this game being tied, or even Belgium, dare I say, up by 1. If Belgium can be tied with USA going into half, I've got to believe they can be at least tied with France.
Hey,
Yes,
you're talking sense. Sometimes sense and sports don't go together.
That's what I'm saying.
You haven't noticed
this France right here. This is crazy talk.
I don't know. Hey guys, can you hit the like for us though, guys? My homies. Can you guys please hit the likes for us? We are at 11. We need 34. Good luck. Good luck on our bets. Good luck on your bets. Good luck on everybody's bets who hits the like. And it helps our show a lot. We've been getting man, you type Olympic bets in YouTube, we pop up number 1, number 2, number 3. Sometimes it's rotating around. It's crazy. That's because you guys are watching the show and hitting the likes for us. We appreciate it. So please do it again, or else. Thanks.
Always appreciate it. Always. All right. Yeah.
Props. Yay!
Yep. Let's
DGens unite.
We'll talk about these first two props here real fast. These I think were our initial leans, and then these other two for Gabby and for Jackie. Jackie, obviously, we just talked about, so this is just a tax for that. But Gabby, we will talk about here in a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
First up, I think Ezzy, the 17 PR, they're adding a 0.5 tax on it to kick it up from the 16.5 that it should be, because her rebounds are at 6 flat. So we're getting the 0.5 tax in our favor, and then she needs that extra 1 on top of that anyways. It's going to be a tough matchup. She's going to be squaring up against Asia here, and man, has Asia been on a mission. She has been extremely active. Ezzy has been struggling with the fouls all series, this entire tournament. I think we see Ezzy had 2 decent games now in a row. Well, she had a good game. Last game, she saw reduced minutes again. Big reason is Kayla George is playing way more minutes off the bench, mid-20s. She was playing virtually no minutes in the first 2 games. She's playing like 24 or 25 minutes. Direct impact, directly hurting Ezzy McGregor. And Ezzy has not been able to score. So I think there's definitely some room for the downside here.
I like it. Hey, question. Is she 17.5 on books, or is she 16.5? Have you looked at that?
There are no lines for any of the PR, PRA, none of that stuff.
We might have to get that on PrizePicks before it'll probably be 16.5, I bet.
I think so.
I'm locking it. I'm locking those top 2 in right now.
Yeah, and then the second one was Antonia. She at 12.5 seems pretty high. I mean, she's been living right there at that like 11 to 13 range. And let's be real, Belgium's had some pretty easy matchups, and I think this matchup is a lot more difficult. France has been really stout inside the paint. So I think they're going to try and clamp down a little bit harder on the inside because of Emma is going to be in that vicinity anyways. So Antonia really not having that great of a 3-point shot. She might hit 1 3, but she's just been super efficient inside the paint. And I think we're going to see France come out in that zone defense again. They're going to try and clog up the paint and force the ball on the outside. So the perimeter shooters probably going to be leaned on a little bit more, unless they can break early fouls and really hit France on the inside. But so far, very tough. And I think 12.5 is, you're going to have to show me. You got to show me.
Gonna have to show me. Hey, know what I noticed too, as your prop hunting has been in the last couple of days, where we had a few days where it was just tough because it's Olympics. We already talked about that, but things like that, when you go through those times, it just makes you better. Do you feel it? I personally look at what you're doing, I'm like, oh man, we're just getting better. And when you get better, and the bookies are not going to get better, bookies are going to be bookies. They're already the best they're going to be. Once we get better, it's just that much better. Let's go.
Yeah, 100%. And we're gonna find landmines, stuff like that's gonna happen. But the best that we can avoid them and maneuver around that, then we're gonna try to make that happen. The stars will be aligning soon. You can bet that. We are due for a massive day.
Remember I showed you my Underdog account? I feel like I don't know what's going on, bro. Things are just happening. When things just happen the opposite way and you're like, fuck, I'm on a bad streak. Oh, everything I do is losing. I'm doing shit where everything I'm doing is winning. It's so weird. Dude, the Dennis Schroeder second half shit. Did you see that one? You see how I call, hey, let's do under the 4 assists. Then they looked at the thing and then it was like 9.5 points, 4 assists, but then the PRA was 13.5. So they're basically implying negative 0.5 rebounds. It was actually 10 points now that I think about it. So I did the under 4 assists, over 13.5 PRA. What happened? Won both! Why?
Yep.
Why, bro? Hey, it didn't work for Wemby. It didn't work for Wemby, but we hit all the other unders, didn't we? Smackola.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, and look at Wemby too. Wemby was the number one most played over. He was the most popular play, and we were like, "Yep, we're going under." We even went under the pre-bump line. We could have waited around and got the bump line at the 32.5 or the 33 that he was.
Yep. Hey, do you want me to post that 2 pick in the Discord for you, or did you already do that?
I have not, but if you would like to, absolutely.
I will, because I like those 2. And I don't want them to go away.
And then obviously the last play here was going to be, I think, honorable mention for Gabby Williams. The PR, I think, had the most kind of appeal to it. For me personally, I can't trust her playmaking. And the fact that she's 5.5 juice on the under for her playmaking, I'm good on. But the PR, I think, has been pretty solid. She's had at least 4 rebounds for the most part. And the only thing I would like to see with her, though, is just the minutes. Her minutes have yet to eclipse 30. And I thought for sure this last game would be it, because, they had to kind of fight down to the wire there. And she just played a normal Gabby game. Played another 28 minutes right there. And they might need her. They definitely might need her a little bit more. So I would love to see her play 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes, easily going to hit 15 points again. Probably 5 rebounds, no problem. And what's up with her minutes, man? Why aren't these going like way up?
Big Gabby?
Yeah. Why is she playing 30 minutes?
I think they like her extra fresh. They need her out there to be running around. She does everything. She plays defense. She handles the ball. She got to shoot even because they have no offense. Like, I think they just need her extra fresh out there, so they're, being careful with her. I don't have anything else to say. I don't have any other reason I can think of. But it makes sense, kind of, because she does go hyper mode at all times.
Yeah. For the most part, she gets a little quiet in the second half more than my liking, but she's been clutch. So I think at least honorable mention for these 2 lines. Just honestly for Gabby, I think this is just an interesting take that we actually have her PRA, extended lines to actually get that wide net of stuff. So either the 19.5 here, or if you want to go ahead and take the 25.5. So this is 0.5 higher than her, season average, tournament average here, but at least the PR is kind of right there on the line.
Word up. I just put the link for anybody who wants to tail that 2 pick as well in the chat for prize pickers.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Alrighty. I think that was really about it. We're going to go through Underdog a little bit more here. This 9.5 rebounds, they only moved it down to 0.75x, so I still don't mind that, at least at this. More than likely, this is going to go down to a 0.7, so if you're going to play it, get it now.
You know what we can do? If you want, we can go through the comments, and maybe there's some questions. You know how people have some ideas, and it makes us look into things, and then we find other things. It's kind of fun. Kind of prop hunt all together as a team on the stream. You could do that unless you have something else you want to look at.
No. I mean, these USA games are always going to be kind of interesting little dances that we'll have to pick out props, but way better live betting for these games. I mean, we've been way more successful with that, so do keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Again, the old links down below. Make sure you guys hop in that Discord. 7-day free trial. We're still running it.
Yeah, we'll drop some second half plays to make your monthly payment real quick, and you can have 7 days free to stack it up and then have it saved and then pay for the year if you want. But anyways, you know what I was thinking also today, because second half does show more value than these pregame bets a lot of times, especially things like the Olympics. But when I do my UFC betting with the dude that I'm in his betting group, we bet like 3-4 times as much money on the live betting, whereas instead of the pre-fight. So same with this kind of stuff. Like a lot of times the second half, you could put more money on the second half than you might want to put on the pregame stuff. Just a thought, because sometimes you're getting value put in your face that's like you didn't get for the pregame. You got the bookies spending all this time in between hours and hours of people betting up and down, the lines moving. Second half is right then, spur of the moment shit. They've thrown up dumbass shit a lot of times. So keep that in mind too, to put more money on second half stuff. Just a thought. Exactly. Okay, well, we can go through these comments. You know what I was going to tell you on this, and maybe it's silly. You can tell me I'm silly, but I was thinking, and it's an over too, which is gross, but I was thinking cigarette smoker over 5.5 assists. Is that crazy?
I mean, it's not crazy. I just hate that this is definitely gonna be a slower game for them.
Yeah, that is what I saw too.
And the fact that if France tries to clog up the paint and do that a little bit more, that's gonna leave just a few more open looks to the wing players. So I mean, it's not bad because, those are high conversions, but it also kind of sucks because she is also one of the primary 3-point shooters as well, also being one of the primary shooters in general. Mm-hmm. So you do run that slight risk of, if by default we see, like this last game where Emma takes a slight backseat to the shooting and she starts passing a little bit more, well, somebody's going to get the ball,
Yeah, it's just her minutes, dude. Like, they're just super locked for over 30. That's why I liked her the other day. But I got her 12 points on parlay. So I guess if I find better value, maybe I'll hit that. But yeah, 5.5 is kind of right on the line, as you'd say. So I got you. Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely don't mind it. Again, for the minutes, I think that's a really appealing look for her.
And she's the handler. So
yeah.
Anyways, okay, we can get into some of these comments. I was first, and I said I'm first. I've been winning. Sorry, Ian. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, Sean. Chris says, first one to comment, and no one is going to tell me otherwise. Chris said, let's get this bread, baby. Car guy Mike is here. Let's get it. Chris says, first to light some gas. Thank you, sir. I have my joint sitting in my left hand with the mouse in my right hand, and I will grab the lighter instead of the mouse as soon as I get a question for E. Bangler14 says, we here. We all here. Watcher7979 says, I see a play. I got a hammer on DK. Emma, and that's what I was going to tell you too. DK, we can do it. People got DK these days. I see a play. I got a hammer on DK. Emma points under 24.5. On other books is 22.5, he says. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of discrepancies between the booking sites and the actual parlay sites. So that call, I don't mind. I mean, asking for 25 here, I think is definitely a stretch in this. I think we see a lot of defense this game, So I don't mind that call. And also on the other side of things, I think this Johannes here, 14.5 points. This is too high for her. I mean, she was just 12.5 the other slate. Or last slate.
Bro, she was 10.5.
If she goes out. Oh, yeah. That's right.
She just went off.
So 10.5 last slate. She was 12.5 the slate before that. And I think she was like 11.5 before that. But, I mean, these game logs are wild. I mean, if she's not hitting 5 threes, she's coming up way short of these points. I mean, single-digit points at that, too. and still, I think the minutes are pretty locked in right around this 22 range. So she played a little bit more in this last game for obvious reasons. I mean, she was going nuclear with 24 points, but several different outliers in this game. I mean, one, field goal volume went up, the highest it's been. Two, the threes were right there at that 5 marker. And then lastly, she had 4 free throw attempts, which is like unheard of for her because she does not shoot anything under the basket for free throws. So the fact that she also had that is just kind of crazy. So I think, again, I mean, we took her under 3.5 threes the following slate whenever she went off here. So I had no fear in that matchup, and this is a tough matchup for her. France has also been pretty stout on the 3-point shooting. So if she gets in that mid-range bag like she did a little bit here, you know, she kind of had herself a game, but she pittered out in the second half, and we could totally see that happen again.
I'm not mad at you for that one either. I'm definitely going to take a little stab at that one.
In here. And then real fast, just kind of honorable mention, I think going back to Sammy, this 1.5 threes is very appealing. I've got to assume that they're going to be trailing to USA, and 0.8x, I could live with this.
Sammy the Tuna. She did take 10 threes last game.
Yep, sure did.
And she's going to play over 30 minutes. And I hate betting threes, but I feel you on that one. I do. We know how she does it. Andre Simon. We appreciate you, bro, coming with the positive comments all the way through the good and the bad. He says, and I'm still here, cashing unders, baby. Let's eat. E and U, let's go. Yeah, I feel like we're becoming a community of unders, which I love. Because most people don't do it, and we're gonna get that value.
Yeah. Nobody does it.
Andre says, what's the very best 2, man? I'm hammering. I'm up, and I don't give a shit. Let's eat, baby, he said. Andre Simon doesn't give a fuck. He said he's up, but let me just say one thing. Let me just say one thing, because I've been there many times, and I get smashed down to the ground. That's why I was telling you today. I'm like, bro, I've been winning too much. I'm scared. Andre Simon, you're up and you don't give a shit, and I feel you, and you want to hammer something, but don't hammer anything unless it's the right thing. I'm just throwing that out there for you to remember. Don't give it back to him. Once you're up, keep it tighter. Keep it even tighter. Don't give it back. Fuck them. Don't hammer shit. Keep your money. Play small until you see the right bet, then hammer it back. Okay, rant over. Do you have a 2-man for him? That he can not hammer as hard as he wants?
I mean, honestly, I feel pretty good about this. I was going to say real fast. So they actually have on Underdog Asia. She's at 20.5 points. I would totally consider playing this. The PrizePicks already has her 21.5, and she's, a field favorite all the time. So slight consideration, even for this 19.5. I almost don't even mind the pay cut, but I mean, it's literally just 1 point. So you might as well take the full payout here.
The 2-man, I would assume, is the 2 we posted, yeah? It's our favorite 2, I think.
Yeah. I like this a lot. I think Ezzy more confident on this scenario than the flashbacks of the whole Bruno situation. Like, the ladies here for the U.S., they actually play some defense. And if there's one person who will play defense, it's definitely Asia. So that's confidence boost a little bit there, but largely just with here. So let's actually look at this team here real fast, because I wanted to bring up or show you guys the whole Kayla George playing minutes thing, because she is crippling some of their teammates into the ground. Okay, so this is our last game here. Ezzy seems to be pretty well staying in that like low 20 range at best. I mean, minutes really kind of all over the place. She didn't get in foul trouble the last 2 games, so there's no excuse there or no other reason why she's not playing, other than the fact that Kayla George playing 24 minutes, and then Tess Magden, she's been playing about 23, 25 minutes as well. So these 2 players playing increased minutes. They're still playing Jade Melbourne quite a few minutes. I mean, she played hell of minutes this last game, but they have a lot of bodies here, and it's kind of a bit annoying, but something to consider. Let's put back. Yeah. So Ezzy though, I mean, she's been shooting so bad, and this was a really easy matchup. Like Serbia, really solid matchup. I mean, Alana scored 22 points, and Kayla George scored 18 points. So whatever happened with Ezzy here, I don't know. She missed out on the invitation, I guess. But this next matchup, way tougher, way tougher.
I like that Ezzy call for sure. Like I said, but again, it is the Olympics, so watch. Don't hammer it too hard, Andre. But it is, man. It's got to be the best play on the board.
It feels pretty good. Not gonna lie.
She can get us. It's how betting works, but it's worth a couple lunches. Starfall. Are you trying to find a second? My bad. Or should I go?
No, I mean I think for the underdog stuff, these plays I have in the queue right here, and then also the 9.5 rebounds. This one's totally live.
Okay. Starfall's here. What's up, dude? He says, when's the stream starting? We started. We're here. We're here. Andre says, my guys. Andre, my guys. Family. Let's go. 3 times here. Oh, yeah. All the pimps are here today. He said, now you know Embiid is the only one who can contain Joker with a face. With a funny face. He said, we'll get it back, though. Oh, yeah. Always.
Oh, yeah. No. 7 more days, fam, and then the WNBA season starts back up again.
And they're going to give us turnovers and free throws.
Yes. I'm praying. I'm waiting for those.
He'll have the best day ever. He'll wake up and see it. It'll be like Christmas morning. Wolfgang says, what the F is going on with Tatum? He's good at sitting on the bench, Wolfgang. I don't know.
Yeah, no, honestly, no clue. Him not playing any minutes today, he did not check in, correct?
He did not check in. I think he had his sweatsuit on the whole game.
Yeah. That, honestly, I have no idea what's going on. He definitely should have seen some kind of minutes today. Halliburton, totally normal. Curry was out there doing his thing, and the other guards were playing okay. But, yeah, with how bad some of those guys were playing, especially off the bench, I don't know.
I'm trying to channel my inner Steve Kerr and just be like, the way Steve Kerr thinks, he goes, okay, we're losing. This is fucking serious. We're fucking losing. We need our best team. We need our best players in there. And Tatum hasn't been playing with them as much. And we know Tatum sometimes in games like that. The last thing Kerr wants to do is put Tatum in and watch him fuck up. That would only make Tatum's personality. It looks like he'd be just that much more sad. So I think it's better he didn't play. Sorry. Just my opinion.
Yep, it's all good.
CJ Brown says, not gonna lie, best thing to do on Olympics are the second half bets. You can definitely cash on it. That's damn sure.
Yeah, we've been making stupid money on that.
That has been really, really, really fun. Josh Chapman says, fee over. I didn't even know she had a line. Feezy got lines? Must be on books.
Yeah. No, she's been on some of these.
Really?
Dude, she's been the biggest disappointment. I'll tell you that straight up right now.
She's been getting minutes, but no points, huh?
Nah. She's good for like 6 points.
Yo, they put up the men's props already on Underdog. It's pretty cool. Embiid's at 12.5 points, Underdog. Like he's like gonna do it again or something. Well, they got Curry at 25 points.
Right.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, so Fee, I don't know what to say about her. I mean, she just keeps coming up short here just a little bit. She's so for one thing, I mean, she's not getting to the free throw line like whatsoever. So I mean, that's kind of a thing typically for her to help boost that scoring. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw she was a community play this last time, and I definitely was like, hold my breath on that one. It's right there for her. I mean, you just need that fourth bucket, and it's like the thing for me that kind of sucks is one, her 3-point volume. I mean, typically in the season, WNBA season, she's not shooting that many to begin with, but the fact that, I mean, she's basically locked into just 1 3 a game. I mean, you might as well chalk that up as a 0. So I mean, if she hits a 3, I think she's totally going to get 7 to 8 points here, but you need her to shoot above 60% from the field to get there. I mean, basically from everything that she's shown us here, either you need the 3 plus the other 3 field goals here from something else or their free throws. Like she choked this game with the free throws, so totally could have got it. But yeah, needing 65% plus shooting from the field, that's just kind of like And she's another player that'll go chill on the bench too if the game gets out of hand.
Yeah, that's a
Pass.
you have to do that. Unless you just want to cheer for her and you like her and you just want to bet for fun, you could do that too. But as far as value, nah, probably not.
Yeah, I mean it's like a tomato, like right up there. Honestly, I feel like she's the same kind of play as like Alyssa Thomas here at 5.5 points. Like you would think that this is so low and so attainable, and she's been right there on the line. She's been like getting right there at it, but just the little extra, mustard on top. We're just not getting that, and you're either getting right at 6 going over, or you're gonna get 3 and be looking at it like, why can't you score one more time?
Right. Barry Daly says Sammy's 13.5. What do you think about Sammy? You like her threes better because she just needs 2 of them.
Yeah,
She chucks them.
yeah. I mean, the threes are definitely way better value. Asking for 14 points is a little kind of stretching it because she is, also one of their primary playmakers as well. So, I mean, you do have to keep that in mind. She'll go crazy on the RA sometimes, but the fact that she's had a couple games with double-digit 3-point attempts, I mean, that definitely leans me a little bit more so towards this. But, I mean, she shoots, like free throws and the techs and stuff like that too. So there is a little bit of wiggle room there. Mostly it's the minutes, I think, are the biggest appeal factor for her. So I wouldn't fault you for that. Just chasing her straight up points sometimes. We have been so disappointed from this so many times. And I'd give it about a 6 out of 10, if I had to say.
I think I have a little lean here. Sammy, what about Sammy under 5.5 assists on Underdog? How does that hit you?
Under 5.5?
Mm-hmm. I know she had 10 against Canada, but she just went off in that game. And I feel like with Talbot now not playing as much, who's the other person? Who's the other lady getting Who's the other girl getting assists on that team? My dog is pissed off. You hear that?
Yeah. You're
She's
talking about Australia, right?
Yeah. She's like, fuck Sammy.
Well, I mean, now with these other players kind of getting into the mix as well, I mean, it's by and large really just, still Sammy, Steph, and then sprinkling Alana Smith with Jade. But the surprising thing about Jade, though, is she's actually been more of a bucket than a facilitator.
That's what it was.
I know if you guys
Jade.
any of the Aussie ball with us, normally she's more of the RA getter, but this year she's actually stepping it up in the shooting. So that is something to keep in mind.
You know what I was thinking earlier, bro, is Jade's been balling and she's been getting more minutes, so it kind of takes away from Sammy, because when Jade's in there, he has the ball more. And when Jade's not playing, Sammy has the ball more, it seems like. So it felt, and Talbot's been out more too, and it feels like, I don't know, Sammy getting 10 assists, that's not going to happen again. But I don't know, man. Maybe she could get 6. Something about it with Jade playing more, though, makes me feel like she'll get less. Am I silly?
I mean, it's definitely possible, but Jade, she's been subject to the hot hand treatment. So, she was scoring in this game, played 18 minutes, not scoring in the other game. I can go back. I mean, this jump from minutes, I think, is maybe a flash in the pan just because she did drop 18 points. But 33 minutes up from not even 20 minutes, that's gotta be fake, right?
Maybe. But
that's almost double the minutes that she's been playing.
Well, they could have found something that they loved, kind of like how France figured out they didn't want to have Rudy in anymore. So what's his name got minutes and won for us today as well. So I don't know. Jade's been coming. Yeah. Yabu! Yabusele. See, you heard him say it on the thing? Yabusele.
Yeah.
Yabusele. Yeah, he balled. Yeah, just an idea. I'll probably just take it personal, small for fun, just to cheer for Sammy Tuna to not get 6 assists. Sean Drake's here. He says, America, fuck yeah.
That's right. They were here to save the day.
Wow, they almost weren't though. Imagine them playing for the bronze. How sad everyone would be. We'd be like, "Oh man, our team. I can't believe it. Fuck you, Jokic. Oh, I hate you." Andre Simon says it's called iron sharpening iron, baby. Iron sharpening iron. He says that's what winning and putting more, hammering more in is. Is that what you mean? Okay.
Right.
You do what you wish, sir. Good luck to yous. Danny C says, "Fuck, I'm late. No remembers second place. I'll be first next time." Okay. Oh, nobody remembers second place? Yeah. It's okay, bro. You're actually first because I don't count. So, good for you. You actually won. I don't know where Ian is. Youngin's been long gone. I don't know what Young is doing.
I know we're going to put out the APB on
For
him.
real. Chachai says, BZ, 7.5 points again. So I don't know if you heard, but we were talking about that. It's kind of what? Hit or miss for you. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's right there on the line for her. Like, so far, she hasn't cleared that unless she's shooting over 65%. So, I know she was a community play this last time, so I'm kind of surprised to see her being kind of a community buzz again here. But I don't know. You know, she's just been kind of chilling in the second half, and that's got to be a big concern. You need her to get it done in the first half. Like, she's got to be well paced over like 6 points in the first half, or you're gonna be sweating it.
That's tough. That sounds like you don't want to bet that. Barry says Emma's PRA 34. Under.
Yeah, that one was kind of interesting. You know, again, look at Satu. Let's talk about that real fast. Satu.
No, I
being
want to forget
held
that.
to 2 points.
That made me
damn
sad.
near through 3 quarters, basically.
She had one field goal attempt. Wasn't like she was shooting and missing. She didn't even shoot.
Yeah, they had her on lockdown. I mean, lock and key. Like, she just could not breathe out there.
Just from that, bro,
So-
we do got to go under Emma PRA. Barry's onto something.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely appealing, and also the fact, I mean, PrizePicks did bump it up, which I didn't think that they would do. She was at 33.5.
Oh, hell yes.
I mean, the minutes are definitely a scare factor because Emma is going to go out and play her minutes. She's going to be out there, so we will be sweating that.
Emma's not doing that in this game, though, I don't think. Not against France, buddy. Nope. Not happening.
I like it. Emma has done me dirty all 3 times that we have played her, so I'm gonna let you post that one. And
Yeah, but you got to remember those games were different games. She went against the U.S., where the U.S. didn't really care. They didn't really play super defense. And then, what were the other ones? She went over with 1 assist. And then what was the other one? We took her under, and we took her over, and she went under. Right? In the other game?
No. Every time we've taken her under, she's gone over. So the points twice, and then the assist the other time. I'm like, all right, I guess you're just gonna do everything.
He got 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists in the last game against Spain. 19, 9, and 6. What's that? That's 34? Shit, that's probably the best she's gonna get. 34? Oh man.
It's high for sure. I mean, asking for 35 is really up there. I mean, shoot, look at Asia. She's probably 34.5 anyways. I mean, I gotta assume her for at least 1.5 assists here. So basically, we're asking, is she Asia? Like, is this the same player?
The only difference is though is when you compare, because I was thinking that too. We're thinking she's Wemby or something, but the only difference is when you're on the U.S. team, there's so many players that you don't play like Emma's going to play. Emma's going to be the whole team. You know? That's the only thing. That's the only scary part. It's like, is she going to be Jokic and play like the entire game or close to it, you think?
Oh, Emma for sure. I mean, she can go out and play some hella minutes.
That's the scary part. But I definitely want to take a stab at that. I want 34.5 though. Can we get 34.5? I just want that extra little bonus feel.
Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, I mean, she's definitely playing minutes. I mean, so already on average, she's playing 35 minutes on average. So if there are going to be more minutes in a more meaningful game, I was definitely surprised to see she only played 32 minutes this time, but it was a blowout, so maybe not that surprised. But this game against USA has to be the comparison.
Yeah, and look,
minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Look at her RA though. Keep it down.
Well, that's when she was a bucket. I mean, I don't know what happened here, but this game. So the first two games mattered the most. So Germany was the first game, utmost important. The first round win was super important, and then USA was the next game, which again must do or die game. And then they just happened to pick up the win against Japan, so she didn't have to like really push the limit. And then same thing this last game here, so she could go out easily, play 38 minutes, no problem.
She could, but against France, slower game, right? Better defense.
Yeah, it's gonna be much slower of a game. You know, I think somewhere comparable to this Germany game, to be honest. But Germany is really awful in defense.
There you go. And we know the U.S. just runs, so they just gave her all that. They didn't care.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got another one. Let's do it. We gotta do it. Barry Daly came with it. I know we were kind of talking about it already, but it's just making me think like that's just a fun one to do, in my opinion.
Was that Emma?
Yeah, bro. I like it.
Yeah. We'll get her in the queue. All right, so since we're price shopping anyways, we're going to remove Jackie on PrizePicks because she's at 9.5 on Underdog.
Woo, I like how you're thinking. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Robert Smith says, thanks, gentlemen. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. We love the community discussion here. It's awesome.
Buck, yeah, we just came up with other plays because everyone brings up different stuff and we can talk them all through together. It's dope. Car Guy Mike says, didn't do an open to close today, so I caught the stream early. Well, good. We're glad you're here, my friend. Chris says, you guys been killing it lately. Keep it up. Ride until the wheels fall off with you guys. Aw, shit. That's what's up, bro.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully the wheels don't fall off. LeBron's wheels should have already fallen off. I saw him interviewed. He looked old as fuck. I was like, that grandpa out there is killing everyone in this entire world, on the entire planet. And he's like, what is he, 45? This dude, what is he eating, bro? Josh Chapman says, fee over points or Emma under PRA. I personally want Emma under PRA. But
yeah, I mean, I think this PRA, you know, their best strategy to containing Belgium here is just to contain Emma. Dare them to put the ball in somebody else's hand and try and make them actually score, because it's been a lot for Emma, you know, for sure. But we've seen her downtick the last two games, and I think a lot of that's just teams keying into how to contain her, and so far it's worked. And I mean, we're just sweating the minutes. It's only the minutes.
I will say too, and it reminds me because we have the Antonia under, and if Emma gets double teamed, whatever, she got to pass it more. That'll be scary for her. So just make sure if you guys do plays, I wouldn't put those two in the same slit, right? You'd agree?
Yeah, correct, absolutely.
Okay. Kelsey Plum 6.5 points. The Shy says.
Yeah, let's take a look at her. I mean, I've been pretty much playing her under every single game that we've had her, especially second half. I mean, she's just doing nothing. Do we even have lines for Plum?
Sean Drake would be so mad at you right now.
Hey, I love watching her play, but she has been just kind of in coast mode right now. She hasn't had to do anything.
She's kind of annoying. Don't be mad at me, Sean, but she's kind of annoying.
Oh, Plum Dog.
Right.
Yeah, PrizePicks ain't giving her no respect. She's 7.5 on the books. Massive juice on the under. I mean, just another one of these, you know, bench players for USA.
Just coin flip, but that is pretty low, though. I will say, at least it's low. You know, got a decent chance. DB says Brian Griner. Who's Brian Griner? Oh, Brittany Griner. It must have been a autocorrect. Brittany Griner under 8 points. Brittany Griner under 8 points. It's pretty low, but I like where you're going.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. You know, she's been right there. You know, you're really just sweating the free throws with her more than anything. She's been very efficient, so unfortunately, that is going to be kind of their just based off of whatever field goal volume that she's had. It's the free throws. You're sweating the free throws more than anything. I mean, with that being said, you got more than likely she's going to be seeing a lot of Kayla George, who thankfully doesn't foul that much, and is actually a decent matchup to try and contain her. Yeah, she's only averaging like 2 fouls. So I like the on-court matchup for that. The only scary part is whenever Ezzy comes back onto the court. So Ezzy, and then there's one other player. I mean, they've been sprinkling Lauren Jackson, so I won't even say anything for that. But it's really just the time that Ezzy has back on the floor with BG, then you run the foul risk because, again, Ezzy just cannot keep her hands to herself. And then also, if they are, say if Ezzy has one early foul trouble, they're going to go at her and try and pick up that second foul and try and drive that. So, I mean, there's a little bit of risk there, but, I mean, she's not playing heavy minutes, so I think that's something that's very appealing. She's another bench player with a hard cap on the minutes. No more than 18 minutes, but I think right at the 15 and some change that she has been in. So I can see it. It's going to be a sweat, though. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a sweat.
Yeah. I feel it, though. It's a fun one. Chris says, E looking like he isn't with us on Earth right now. He always looks like that, Chris. Just now noticing?
Yeah, this is my normal face, man. I'll hit a bong rip or something one of these days, and we'll get some we'll get some just cash after dark going. Some crazy stuff in the Discord. I know, especially one thing somebody actually brought up the other day was talking about maybe getting back to a little bit more of the voice chats. So I think that's a pretty solid idea, especially with WNBA coming back. So make sure you guys, again, the links down below, that 7-day free trial. We're going to be chopping up a lot of stuff, and we are actually coming to the tail end of kind of our rest period in a lot of the betting and sports industry. So the end of this month moving forward is going to be extremely busy. We're not going to have any breaks for a long while. So guys, don't miss out. Make sure you're not only checking out the Discord, but hit that like button. We appreciate it as always.
Yes, sir. Lots of joints and bongs being smoked coming up, and today and yesterday and going forward. It's great, guys. Great. It helps your bets.
Yep.
Danny C says, Shishai, what's up, little bro? Tucson, Arizona. I'm glad you're following these guys. Hit the mofo like button, fellas. He said hit the mofo like, fellas.
Appreciate it.
Talbot under PRA DB says, ooh, DB's coming with unders. I can't hate him.
Yeah, so Talbot, I think, is she's the true wild card for this Australian team. I hear you, hush, buddy. She's been playing reduced minutes, and I think that is the biggest appealing factor. Again, she's losing minutes out to Tess Magden, who's actually been more of a bucket. So I like the PA downside. Underrated and I were actually talking about her under points. Listen now, buddy. Talking about her under points as well. Her 7.5. Her field goal volume has gone down at least more than half than it was the first 2 games. Again, with Kayla George coming back and also losing minutes out to Magden. So I think either she's going to wreck that PRA and we're going to see her go out and do something close to those first 2 games, or she's going to play minimum minutes again. The biggest problem with her is she doesn't bring anything to the offensive scoring upside. And I think that's something that the Australian coach is really keying into right now, and that we saw in the first 2 games is their struggles to score the ball. Like they're not really playing that much defense, so I mean that's just kind of is what it is. But their inefficiency on offense is the Achilles heel of this team, and something that I think the coach is really trying to drive home. I would really look out for her second half on her because she is doing nothing.
Poor Talbot. Yeah, if she gets those limited minutes and you think that's going to happen in the second half, we could get some value. The only shitty part is her lines are already kind of, how do people say? It's already blended in. It's already it's already done, right? Her 19.5 is at the low side, right? Like her not playing side.
Yeah.
Like if she was really playing, bro. Remember the first few games, we were like, I wish we could get her PRA. Now we have it, and we're like,
19.5? Nah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Shishai says Brianna Stewart 27.5 PRA.
Yeah, so I'm curious why she's such a community play, to be honest. She had a pretty good game against some of the or she had a pretty good game, starting in that first half again, but these minutes, like blowout risk. She's gonna be a high risk, high reward player, so I totally get it. I think the RA's been very consistent. Pencil her in for at least 8 RA, and you just need the scoring to follow. So, assuming her minutes, assuming she goes out and plays a normal game, like I totally get it. I think she's solid for the 27.5, no problem. But man, if they get up on Australia and
that's all it
is.
is.
Like, all right, you're done.
That's all it is. You're basically betting Australia stays close is all you're doing. If she gets her minutes, she got to get that. Or she'll probably get that.
Oh, for sure.
Australia stays close, so that'll hit, right? If Australia gets blown out, that probably won't hit.
Yeah, because they were super aggressive about just not playing her in the second half. And I think that right there has to scare me the most, because this game, the importance of resting the starters when possible to play in the final game as rested as possible is going to be huge, because you got to assume the other side of things, they're going to play their game down to the wire and play really extensively into that game. So I don't know. You're banking again. Australia keeps the game close because Stewie getting it done in limited time. I don't know about that. She burned us last time too.
Yeah, too risky. Unless you think they're going to stay close, then yeah, makes sense. Just about what
totally
happens.
Get it, though.
Right. Deshai says, yes, sir, Danny C. Hey, people meeting in the chat rooms. That's dope. Or seeing each other that they've known already here. The D-Gens unite for real. Let's go. Chris says, yep. Chris says, any U.S. prop you would replace for that money line, not trying to add a minus 118, or not trying to add a minus 1800.
Yeah. Actually, what's the first half looking? Even minus 850, that's not bad here. You could do that for the first half instead of that. If you have alternate game spreads, I would consider taking that too. USA's been a little kind of letting teams hang in the first half and then closing out in the full game. So I don't know if I would take the spread for the first half, but the men's lines are already up for the next games too. So, you could sprinkle in like the men's USA team here, or if you want to do this game, I get it, but I don't know about that.
Let me also reiterate, Chris, because E has all these plays behind his head there, that doesn't mean he's playing them all in a parlay. In case you didn't know that, I don't know, but sometimes people look and be like, let's put together a minus 115, a minus 130, and a minus 120 and put these all together. I get plus 2,000. But that's not the way to bet, so hopefully don't do that. If it's minus 115, minus 130, minus 120, just play that as a single prop and you will thank your pocketbook. Just throwing that out there in case you're thinking that. Because those are just
for sure,
random plays that E likes, not a parlay. Jared Slack, Mr. Who That? Pelican Fly BG over 8. BG over 8. We have a BG under and we have a BG over now.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully we did just, address that and talk about it. So if I had to lean, man, I'm almost leaning the over. I hate to say it, but I don't know. It's the minutes with her. If she plays 18 minutes, I think no problem. She'll probably get there for us. Nigeria was a super favorable matchup, so I will give them credit for that. She just has to go up against Kayla George, and Kayla George is actually a pretty solid defender in this league. And she will still have, the likes of Alana Smith and smidges of Ezzy Magmagor out there. So we just need her to get active. When she's getting to the free throw line, I think this is definitely when her capability is to go over this. But if she's not getting to the free throw line, it's such a sore. But you need her to be super efficient. And she is. She should be out there dunking it, to be honest. But the the game logs, she's shooting really, really efficient. I mean, 71, 80, 100%. Even the 100% didn't even go over that, so that's kind of scary.
If your dogs want to go on a walk.
Yeah, no, it's only 5 minutes after.
Josh Chapman says Talbot under 19.5 PRA. Talbot under. That's scary. If she gets her minutes, she's going to shit on you. Pause.
Yep. Big poopy dookie. I get it. If she's going to, she plays her minutes that she has the last 2 games, this should be, I'm going to use the air quotes of free, but I'm really leaning towards the 7.5 points. I'm not going to lie. She has struggled to score the ball, even with minutes.
Andre Simon says, LOL, you guys' skills are getting better day by day and learning more. Iron sharpening iron.
100%. Trying.
That's what it's all about. Always getting better. Josh Chapman says, yeah, under Emma PRA because they killed Bally. Who's Bally?
Sabally.
Oh, Sabally, they did. Whooped her on defense. They better do the same to Emma, man. They might not, but it's a good bet. That's what you got to tell people, and you got to remember, too. Don't trip if the bet wins or loses. Just be happy if it's the good bet. And how do you know if it's a good bet? You do it for 5 years, 10 years, and then you know. I already know this is a good bet. So just because it doesn't hit doesn't mean it wasn't a good bet. Words to live by? All good bets don't lose. All bad bets don't win. Chai said Alana Smith versus 11.5 points. I guess over 11.5 points. Alana Smith. I was looking at that too, bro. You know what I was looking at? Her PR. Is it too high? I know I don't like overs, but something about her last game when she plays she's difficult to trust, but man.
Yeah. So if you want to take a shot on the points, I would just chill for a little bit. They should take her down to 11. I think they already had her at 10.5 here on. Yeah, so she's 11.5, kind of even on FanDuel, but PrizePicks, they take their lines off of DraftKings here. So if you want to take her, I would chill maybe just for a minute, and more than likely, unless she is a popular play. Okay, she's a little bit on up there, but I think Asia and some of these other players are going to overtake her for that. I'd be surprised if they bumped her up to 12. Like, truly, I would be surprised. The biggest thing for her is she's been playing more consistent minutes, so I think that is an appeal for her. But do keep in mind, I mean, she is only averaging like 8 field goal attempts a game, and this last one was by far the highest so far of the tournament.
Bro,
and I mean, do keep in mind, this is Alana Smith we're talking about.
Yeah,
here.
I was going to say, if they bump that up to 12, I might have to take the under. That's for her. Yeah. Barry says Asia PRA under as well, maybe foul trouble. Barry came with the under Emma, so he says fuck it, under Asia too. Take the best players that go under the PRA. Fuck it, he said.
So I mean, if you're gonna do something like that, I don't know about Asia, especially Asia coming off her birthday today. She might be coming out wide. She could be coming out flat. I will say she could be totally coming out flat, but birthday games are always a little bit of a nervous click for an under. And she really hasn't gotten into much foul trouble in this league. And I will say the coaches, they have left her with a longer leash more so than any of the other bigs so far. Foul trouble, minutes, rotations, all that stuff. We saw Asia come back in and basically garbage time this last game, and Stewie was nowhere to be found. There's gonna be a lot of mid-range shots going up, so I don't mind it just because it is so high. What is her PRA?
I was thinking that too. They only have her PR on here.
Yeah, I have no idea what the PRA line might be. I mean, I would have to assume, like I said earlier, it's something close to Emma's, which is she gone? Something close to Emma here at 34 and a half, whatever. It's right there on the line for her. I think that is a touch high, to be honest. She's going to have to do a lot of it just in real scoring, but there's a good chance Asia's going to go out and put up 20 points, 10 rebounds. So that's your starting marker right there.
It's interesting though, because you also know, like, even if she does play all the minutes, she's going to have a tough time getting there. She has to have a good game to still get there, you could say. If they blow them out and she doesn't play in the fourth quarter, you're winning. So it's already, you have that on your side. I mean, that's always a good go-to. More times than not. I mean, what do you think? You think it's going to blow out 50-50?
Well, I mean, again, the problem with her, though, is she's not exactly blowout proof. Pause. But the minutes, I mean, she's doing the same production in basically the same amount of minutes. So it's kind of scary either way, because you can't root for her to play any less than 24, 25 minutes. Like, that just hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. And the fact that she came back in late in the fourth quarter this last time, again, of total garbage time, that for me is a bit of like a, whoa, she might still play 25 minutes, even if they're up 100 or something wild like that, considering the factor, BG is also coming back from long-term injury, Feezy still dealing with that fasciitis. I mean, there's, underlying factors with the other bigs that maybe keep them off the court, whereas that could keep Asia back on the court. Something to think about.
Good point. Josh Chapman said, yeah, Lena got to go over. She got something to prove. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I can't take her over. I mean, her under, but taking her over is always difficult. If we knew she was getting those minutes, I would entertain it. But Barry says Ezzy and Emma both under. Yeah, I think that's a good match. I think that's actually super dope.
I don't mind it, and two, you also have to consider, now that we're advanced into the actual rounds, like the dud teams, they're out of there now. I mean, there's a couple of fluky teams that are in the mix, but for the most part, we should see these defenses actually ramp up a little bit more. And if USA, for example, our defense ramps up, then our offense is going to continue as well. And I think just addressing these defensive issues, we should see a little bit lower totals, lower scoring.
Another amazing good point, yes. And it just points us in the direction of more unders than overs are going to happen. It's just going to happen. All those factors involved. It all makes sense. Z Beast the God says Talbot 6.5 rebounds.
Yeah.
Back to those minutes.
Talbot,
right?
Yeah, back to the minutes for her, but she did end up getting 8 rebounds in limited minutes this last game, so I think that's still attainable for her. Personally, I'm kind of sweating going against the rebounds more than anything, but I think the points and assist downside is definitely there as well.
Goddamn, man, I wish I could see into the future, said Josh. Yeah, the future would be nice. Remember when dude had his almanac in Back to the Future? I always think about that. Sports almanac would be nice. Yeah. That would be nice. Josh Chapman says Van Loo under PA. Scary.
Yeah, that one's a little scary. I'll warn you. She's got a little bit of history on this team. I mean, granted, they did play 2 years ago, but both her and the other guards kind of touched them up a little bit. So if we see France come out in that semi-zone defense, they are for sure going to go to the three-point shot a lot, and Van Leeuwen's going to be up there with them. So I think the assist right there, kind of on the line for her, but the scoring, depending on what option of lines you get for her. So some books have her at 13.5, which I think is okay. But PrizePicks has her at 14 already, I think. Oh, no, they took her back to 13.5. Okay. She might get 14 points. She plays so many minutes. That's the only thing with her. Definitely playing the minutes.
Yeah, that's the scary part for sure. I love how everyone has under questions. This is making me so happy. DB says Linskin's under 18.5 PR. Great regression spot. He balled last game.
Yeah. I was a little mad because she actually opened at 19, so we did miss that slight touch of value there. The thing with her is really just the field goal volume. Sometimes she's a bit of a question mark with that. She really stepped it up this last time, so obviously she ended up going way over, mostly just on points. But the The rebounding for her too, I think it's kind of interesting. So they made us pick between the two of them, which they both have juice on the under on the books. One of these two is going to go under their rebounds, and if I had to guess, probably her, because she still plays limited minutes. She doesn't play more than 25 minutes a game. Emma definitely going to play some minutes, but if she picks up some fouls, for sure, they're going to slide Emma down in the 5, no problem, and she could play like 20 minutes, if that, 18 minutes. I don't mind it.
Jashai says, betting under, or not under, he just says 8.5 points. That's tough. She just had one field goal attempt and 0 points. So,
yeah, she looked awful these last couple games. I mean, I'll be totally honest. I actually had her under PR in the queue at this 14.5. I think is also very. I'm gonna throw this back up there. Why not? She actually
you're starting to
lost
like
out on
unders. You're starting to like unders. Look at you.
I do. I think they're very appealing. So the thing about her, I mean, you're really just kind of sweating the minutes, if anything. But this last game, if it kind of tells us anything, maybe the coach just kind of had her fill of it and might be defaulting to somebody else. She rebounds a lot, but if she can't go out there and actually put up any points, I mean, one field goal attempt this last game. I mean, yeah, she had 5 fouls, but dude, she looked awful out there, and she played a totally normal first half too. So the fouls caught up to her in the second half, and she didn't play any minutes. So, but do keep that in mind. I mean, she will play 30 minutes if she is not in foul trouble.
I didn't mean to hit that goat thing. Jared Slack, Mr. Who That Pelican Fly says, "Thanks, fellas. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you."
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Jashai says PrizePicks had Emma at 35.5 PRA when they first dropped the line. Wow. I hope you got some of that.
Oh, my goodness.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, geez. I didn't even know that. That's wild.
I probably would have looked at it and not even known for a while until we talked it through, and then I've been like, oh, man, we missed it. Call me crazy, but I think Jay Young takes away from Wilson's points and rebound opportunities. I think if Young goes over, Asia goes... Oh, sorry. I think if Young goes over, Asia goes under. Dwayne says. And he said, what up, fellas? Thanks for doing this. What up, Dwayne? Thanks for the question. Thanks for being here, bro.
It's definitely a possibility. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. We've kind of seen this, though, with a lot of these teams where they introduce a new player, and it's like they almost force feed them for whatever reason. So that could be, I wouldn't say an outlier game because it is Jackie. The consistent thing, though, I mean, with USA, honestly, has just been our big situation. I mean, Asia field goal volume pretty much still the same. The minutes obviously went down here, so affected that some. I would really, really look at this Belgium game as kind of what we should almost expect, just as a maybe on the top end of things. If Australia can keep it close, it's going to be something really close to this. But if they don't, the problem with Asia, again, she just plays very solid minutes. She's going to play 25 minutes, no problem. So if she gets to the free throw line, we're going over. If she just kind of chills and hangs back on the glass and does a little bit, then she'll probably stay under. It's a tough call with her. Tough call with Mama Asia.
Tough call with Mama Asia. Jachai says, yeah, he took the under on Messiman at 35.5 PRA. Congratulations. Hopefully that hits for you. That's a good one. That's fun. Car Guy Mike says something very interesting. Elena Smith, 12.5. And I already put it in the queue under before I even brought it up. Once he said it, I said, ooh, is it really? I went over there. I have it queued up. I like that.
Yeah. So I was looking for this earlier and totally brain farted that because I remember she was on three different looks on these websites. So that, yes, very interesting. I think this is egregiously high, like way too high.
I'm with it. I am with it. Hell yes. Now, does that mean it's going to hit? Does that mean it's a lock? No, it does not. But it's a good bet. We've seen her just disappear before. We've also seen her murder us. So that's why it's called betting. Dwayne Williams says, like you said the other day, some players may go over points, but under PRA. Stewie might be a candidate for this. What do you think? Going over points and under her PRA. So our points are 17.5. Her PRA is 27. Is that what it was?
Yeah, 27.5. She's she's definitely a community play for this PRA. And so is Brittany Grinder, man. I see all these cappers posting her. Okay. Stewie's tough. Stewie's been racking up the RA. You know, I'll definitely give her credit for that. It's really her for the minutes. If the game's close, she's going to go over that PRA no problem, like she did these first 2 games. If it's not close, then she's going to go out, play 5 or 6 minutes, and then BG will go out there and do her thing. And that's another thing, too, that people could also get kind of trapped up on with Grinder. So let's assume this game is close, and if Grinder's not out there playing her extended minutes like she has been, then that means Stewie is out there playing her normal minutes. And if Stewie's out there, she's going to do way more, and Grinder's just going to be kind of snagging rebounds and trying to hit putbacks.
Yeah, I don't know about this one being that type of play, right? I'm trying to look at it now. I'm like, okay, well, say she scores 17 and you took her over points, and you're like, damn, she scored 17. Can she still get you and go over that PRA and fuck you if you took the under? Can she get, 11 PRA? Could you see 11 happening? Because the reason why Wemby worked was because, or could have worked, was because his 16.5 points and his PRA was 32.5. He needed 33. So he needed 17 RA to beat us in that scenario. This time we're asking Stewie for 11. So I feel like if she got over 11, you could lose both those bets. So that's the only scary part about that one. And again, like you said, the minutes too. The minutes are crucial. We're betting on minutes. Josh Chapman says Asia under is never an option. LOL. That is a funny one.
That's a scary one.
That's true. We've been there, and she is the one that says, did you just really bet my under? Let me show you something. Dwayne Williams says, LOL, facts, Josh. Yes, it's true. I take it all back. He's not there. Changed his mind. No more Asia unders, he said. I feel him. Okay, last question. Perfect timing again. Car Guy Mike says, UD had Julie Van Loo at 14.5 points early. Now it's 13.5. Damn, 14.5 is high.
Yeah, so she opened up there on Underdog as well as FanDuel, because I saw that earlier too, and I was like, man, 14.5, that's a little steep there. So I mean, yes, even Juice is still coming back kind of the other way for her as well. So I would sit tight on Van Loo. I mean, if you want to take her unders, I get it, but she's gonna play a ton of minutes. Yeah, that 14.5 though, that's definitely high. That is definitely high.
Kind of like those ones you kind of have to do it. Kind of like Elena Smith right now. It's like, I'm not going to bet a lot, but I got to do a little bit because it's just high. She could get us, though, for sure. She just did it last game easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. I think we're good. Oh, one more. Brantley Vigil says, what I said, Sammy under assists, 5.5. I kind of like it. I kind of do.
Yeah, that one I definitely don't mind. And we could wheel the upside of that if Talbot plays more minutes, she's definitely going under this for sure.
Well, it's only on Underdog 5.5.
Yep. True that. Okay, so all right, y'all. I think we pretty much got through most of everything. Showed you guys a lot of different odds, a lot of looks here. So, I think we might have to do a little recap afterwards for the plays just to solidify a few things. Okay. We feel pretty good about some of these.
Oh, let's see.
Or this one. I kind of want to get Ezzy. Ezzy's definitely bumping. I saw somebody just post her too.
I like all those. Gabby scares me the most, I will say. I honestly like Emma second best. I just like Emma first best. She's not getting that, bro. This is Wemby part 2. No, I mean, she could.
I'm a little skeptical about these two together, though.
Yes, not together. Well, wait. Yeah, not together. Those two together don't make sense. Can't do that. But you could do 2 picks.
Yeah, you could do Ezzy and Antonio, and then run it back with like Emma and somebody else.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll figure that here in a minute. I think I'll get up with you after that because I'm
Okay.
out here. My dogs are going crazy.
Okay, cool. That works.
All right, y'all. Well, as always, we deeply appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we're getting closer. We're 1 week out back again to our WNBA schedule, so we'll have our regular scheduled programming back to usual there. I'm super excited, and yeah, feel pretty solid about this slate. You know, go Team USA. Now, men and for the
America.
ladies here, super excited.
America.
That's right, America.
Love it.
All right, y'all. I think that's about it for today. So do us a huge favor on the way out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below and check out our Discord. Links below for that 7-day free trial. Underrated, you got anything else, man?
Nope, your dogs need you. We out.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Good luck. See you later.